guys, so here we are. This is a fish market in downtown Apia. So we need to get a fish. I'm not sure what I'm going to get, actually. I haven't completely decided, but we'll just take what we can get, shall we?
We're at the Samoan market. We're looking for a fish for Josh to cook today. There's an amazing array of fish there as well. It's, you know, not what you see in New Zealand. You've got really bright, colourful fish as well. Like, they almost look like tropical fish that you shouldn't eat. Lots of crabs with their legs tied up so they don't escape. Yeah, there's heaps of stuff. It's quite cool going in there.
Octopus, clams are amazing. Crabs, long nose, short nose, fat, thin, skinny. God. Purple. It's like your shirt. Same colour. What sort of shark is it?
It's a coral shark.
Coral shark. Rather here than in that little bay that you've been swimming in. Grace is helping us out today. She's doing a bit of fanning and keeping the bugs away. So thanks, Grace. I need a helper today. Shelley.
Oh.
Yes. Come on. You know you want to. No, we haven't had the pleasure before, have we? No. OK. Based on what we've picked up this morning, we're just going to, you know, bang out a couple of nice dishes, a couple of dishes that have got good flavour, I think. So we're going to get a tomato sauce on. So the first thing I want you to do, we've got these lovely little tomatoes. You guys use them as well. They smell great, they look great, they've got nice colour, quite soft. So I'm going to make a little tomato sauce, and I'm going to do one seared tuna dish, and then I'm going to make a marinated tuna dish. So Shelley, what I want you to do is a couple of these for me. OK, we're going to slice it, then we're going to dice it, and then we're going to pan fry it. OK? And meanwhile you're doing that, I'm just going to get the beginnings of the sauce on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sweat down some garlic, I'm going to sweat down some onion and some nice olive oil. I've got saffron here. I think this flavour works really nice with tomatoes. So I'll get that working. You're going to dice up and roast that. And you're also going to cut me up. How much chilli should we use? What do you think? Whole one? Well, why don't we use, let's use 2/3 for this dish, and we'll use 1/3 for this dish, because this is a lighter dish. So if you dice up all the chilli and leave it in the corner there, and then we'll split it up. How about that? There's quite a bit of olive oil in this sauce, OK? I'm going to use lots of oil. I think it's great, and it's going to help emulsify the tomatoes in the sauce afterwards. Now, I've got your pan on. Your pan's on over here as well. I'll put olive oil in for you, and we'll get that hot for you to saute. So do 2 of those aubergines.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of garlic, do you think?
Yep.
Lots of onion. A little bit of saffron, probably just a pinch of saffron. Never use too much. It should give a really nice fragrance to this sauce. OK, so while you're sautéing that, I'm going to chop up the tomatoes. It's one of these sauces that I think the best thing to do is you work fast and get pan going, get the garlic in, get the onion in, get the saffron working, and just keep on moving along with the other ingredients so that you're sort of cooking as you're prepping it as well. Nice and fast. These tomatoes I'm going to chop up just nice and small. How's that sauce looking, Shelley?
Good. Garlic's almost done.
It's all good?
Yeah.
OK, do you want to bring the pan over here? A little bit of tomato in there. So you can see we've got that nice little bit of saffron, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. Smells great already. If the tomato's that as a sauce, that's pretty much good to go there, to tell you the truth. I mean, if the tomatoes are good, the onions are good, saffron's good, it's all lovely. What I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of tomato juice, just straight pureed, you know, tomatoes, the juice of tomatoes, and make just a little bit more of a sauce, and then I'm going to fold the aubergines through there. I'm going to start sort of on my next dish here now, OK, and I'm going to make myself a little pickling liquid. So I've brought water to the boil. I'm going to add my sugar. And that should dissolve pretty much straight away. And then my vinegar, straight in with the vinegar. Sweet, acid, water is all you need. I'm going to pour that in there. That is ready to go. And I'm going to use that for pickling something else in a second, OK? OK, we're going to go hard on this aubergine. Let's put the chilli into the sauce, and then we'll add the tomato juice, OK?
Just some of the chilli.
Now, you be the judge. I'm happy with your guidance on this. You've got experience, haven't you? You are experienced. I'm not talking about your age, I'm talking about the fact you ate some chilli. So let's have a tidy up of the board. Have we got any more chilli?
No.
Was she listening? Do you think she was listening?
You just said put it all in.
I thought we were going to save some for this dish. This isn't going to be very spicy, is it? God almighty. OK, so we're doing a non-spicy chilli dish on this side. We've got loads of spice in that one, so to counteract it, we'll use this as a starter. and then we'll use that as a main course, and that way you have, a nice delicate starter. Good thinking, Shelley. Thank you. Okay, so our piece of tuna. Let's take this bloodline out of it. Okay, that piece we can get rid of. Just going to take that tip off. So what do we want to do here? I'm going to do like a little tartare, okay? So I'll do a little tartare out of some of this on the top, okay? I'm going to do a couple of nice little slices out of a middle piece here. So I'm going to square that up. I've got my nice little square piece there. I'm going to use dice for that, and I'm going to maybe sear a couple of nice little slices here as well, okay? I've got 2 nice little bits to sear off. That'll go with the tomato and the sauce. Just unravel a tea towel there and cover this tuna up while it's sitting here. Keep it nice and fresh. How are we doing?
Just about ready, this.
That is pretty much ready. How does it look? Have we added any salt right now? We haven't, have we? So we should add some salt. I'll actually add a little bit of sugar as well. Just a tiny bit of sugar into that for a bit of sweetness. We're going to add a little bit of salt.
Into this or this?
Both.
Yeah.
And a little bit of vinegar, just a touch of vinegar. So if the aubergine's ready, Shelley, you can basically fire it in there with the rest of the sauce and just fold it all through together. So you can see we've got a really nice little sauce, aubergine in there, and we're just going to let that rest on the side. Shelley, if what you could do for me, please, is do some nice little pickled cucumber. Let's start on this side and get some really nice peelings. Okay, just like that. That's the pieces you want. And then we'll split them in half and do a few nice little pieces like that. Once you've done that, you can put them straight in that one there. And then we'll pour a little bit of pickling over them and we'll give them a quick pickle, okay? I'll dice up tuna.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough. That's loads. My God, you're quick. Take these nice ones, these ones probably, and then just split them in half, okay? But take a little bit out of the centre, and all I really want are these nice little pieces here. So give me about 12 of these. Got a little bit of pickling liquid, so we are going to pickle those. So just pickling liquid straight over the top of our cucumbers. That'll slightly wilt them and it'll just get a nice little pickle through them. So you can dice up that for me. Then you can fire it straight in with the tuna there. I'm going to add a little bit of avocado to that as well. Quite a nice big avocado, isn't it?
So how do we want this? Just...
Okay, so we're going to finely dice it. So we'll go down 2, 3. We'll gently go through and dice those 3 slices. The rest I'm going to eat. That's good. I'm going to dice the avocado. Okay, so mango in. All right, do you want to take a breather and I'll get Beck up and Beck can come and give me a bit of a hand? How about that, Beck? Thanks, Shelley. So you can make a nice little vinaigrette for me, actually. I know you're good at that sort of thing, based on what you did with that dressing the other day and that beautiful raw fish dish. So we want vinegar, we want olive oil, and we want some of the Heilala vanilla. So blast that all in there. Let's whisk it together.
Ratios would you like?
Ratios, 1 part, 4 parts, and a tiny bit of a teaspoon. But start small amounts, because it's just to dress this, and then we'll build up, okay? I've got these lovely fruits, the local... It's almost like a grapefruit to me. So I'm going to add that in there. Take all the pips out. There's quite a few pips in here, so just pick it all out. And we're just going to break it all up. I'm going to chop it up into little bits. I'm going to use some of the juice as well. Okay, salt. I'm going to steal a little bit of vinegar for this as well. Just a drop. So what I've got in here, I've got tuna, avocado, mango, a little bit of salt. I've got my vanilla vinaigrette working here. I've got a little bit of the Samoa lemon, quite sweet, so I'm just going to squeeze a little bit more of that juice in there, and that is actually good to go. So for that dish, I have my pickled cucumber. I have my nice little tuna tartare. I have my great little vanilla vinaigrette. I can actually go a little bit of lime zest in there also. And Beck, you go and taste that tomato sauce as well and tell me what you think of that. We'll make sure that's okay. Righty-ho. How is it?
So yummy.
It's good?
It's quite hot.
It's quite spicy. It's quite spicy. So you're going to cook these 2 bits of tuna.
Really?
You're just going to basically hot pan, one side, other side, done. Pretty much good to go.
You just want it raw in the middle?
Yeah, take it out, leave it rest on the board for a second. So I've shaved myself 3 really nice little bits of tuna. A little bit of dressing on top of those. A little bit of seasoning on top of those. So there's some basil there, Beck. If you just pick the basil off, crush some through the sauce, okay? 3 little bits of tuna. I've just A little bit of the vinaigrette on there, and I've just seasoned them a tiny bit, and I'm going to layer them over the top. Gives a really nice clean edge to it all of a sudden, and you lose all that sort of rusticness of it. I love sharp edges, so I'll curl up a couple of nice little bits of cucumber on there, a couple of little pea shoots. You end up with something that's quite neat. Got our vinaigrette on the side here, and then we're just going to dress that all over the top. It's got lots of nice vanilla seeds in it, and that is us. Job done on that dish. Nice, quick, simple. You've got beautiful little tartare underneath, nice thin slices so you actually see that tuna. Great way of using your best bit of tuna as the feature, and then using all those little awkward bits underneath, tie it up. Still tastes the same, it's just a little bit cut a little bit differently.
To make Josh's tuna tartare with vanilla vinaigrette, here are the ingredients you'll need. For the recipe, see the website.
This dish, again, it's about the sauce, it's about the tuna, it's not really about anything else, okay? So this is a pretty simple dish. Really nice little rustic dish. So I've got a great little amount of the sauce on there. Should we carve our tuna, do you think?
Yep.
Okay, so what I might do is just neaten it up. So we'll take that end off, take that end off. Okay, it's quite a pale piece of tuna. There's slightly more cooked than you would want, but that's okay. Beck, don't take that to heart, okay? I'm not going to get angry at you, you know, today.
The pan was cold. Sorry.
The pan was cold. You can blame, it's so hot out here. How can the pan be cold? It's boiling.
Oh, I completely mucked it up.
No, it's all good. Should we cook another piece?
Yep. Yep.
Can we cook another piece?
Yep, let's do that. It's disgusting. Sorry.
Okay, you're on. So, hot pan. So, a little bit of olive oil on the outside, a little bit of seasoning as well. Get the pan raging hot, hot as we can. And then we'll just seal it on each side. And then we'll give it a little carve through and we'll lay it on and we're done. When the fish is this fresh, the less you do with it, the better. Flip it.
That'll be ready, won't it?
Yep.
That's better. The size of the tuna, it wasn't my cooking.
It's nice. So once we've rested it for a couple of minutes, just to let it sort of warm all the way through because you don't want to eat it completely cold, let's carve it.
I redeemed myself.
You did? This looks good, doesn't it? I'm going to go a little bit of extra olive oil. Just straight on there. A little bit of salt just to get inside the tuna there. A little bit of cracked pepper. A couple of nice fresh leaves of basil. Got basil in the sauce, so you don't need too much around the outside. And that is it. Seared tuna. You've got the other dish, which is really light. Vanilla vinaigrette, mango, avocado in there. This dish, a lot more heavier. It's got a really rich sauce on the bottom. It's full of chili. It's got saffron in there. It's quite pungent. Finished with aubergine, basil on the top, and seared tuna. So that is it. 2 dishes done.